And a good evening, everybody. J7409 here with the evening edition of Weather News Today. The name you know, the news you can use. I'm using a different model right now, different from the GFS and the European model. This is the NAM model. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, some of you may be, it's the North American Mesoscale Forecast System model. Now, it's the major model for producing weather forecast, and it's run by the National Centers for Environmental Predictions. It's the one that gives the predictions out, okay? And you might see in parentheses sometimes or hear me talk about the NCEP. That's what it stands for. I've got it set to around 7 to 8 p.m. tonight. I'll turn it on in just a moment, but first let's check out some stuff. Yes, a nor'easter. It's going to continue to spread snow into the northern mid-Atlantic and northeast. An active pattern in the west will result in rain and snow, and we've got a strengthening nor'easter that's going to continue parallel to northeast United States coast for tonight and tomorrow. Then it should move westward into Maine by Friday. Now, as it moves, snow will occur north and west of the low. Winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories are in place from eastern Pennsylvania through the northeast, and the heaviest snow is expected to occur in Maine, where over 18 inches of snow is possible through the end of the work week as the surface low lingers. It's going to like slow up, people, okay? That's why you're going to get that much snow. Now, the major cities of New York City and Boston are on the gradient. You're in between substantial snowfall totals and lighter snowfall totals. So there's uncertainty in how much snow will fall that you'll see. Now, farther west, the Great Lakes region and the central Appalachians will see snowfall of 6 to 8 inches of snow. It's possible for portions of those areas. And in the western U.S., multiple surface and upper level pressure systems will lead to precipitation. Now, rains should be spreading into the Pacific Northwest and Northern California this evening, and snow will spread into the higher elevations of the Cascades and the Intermountain West by tonight. Through Friday, over a foot of snow is possible in the northern Cascades, and 8 to 12 inches of snow are possible in portions of the northern Rockies. Rainfall totals in the lower elevations will be generally light, with about an inch or so of rain expected. Temperature-wise, the eastern half of the U.S. will be cooler than average coming up tomorrow and Friday. High temperatures in the central Appalachians are forecast to be up 20 degrees below average for tomorrow, supporting the chances of snow there, and freeze warnings are in place for portions of the southeast. From the southwest into southern and central high plains, warmer than normal temperatures are expected. By Friday, high temperatures over the central high plains should be around 15 degrees above average. So, like I said in the beginning, this is set around between 7 and 8 p.m. tonight on the NAM. You can see where the snow is. You can see where there's nothing going on. We will move it up. I'm just going to turn it on, let it run for just a few moments. Excuse me. Now we're up to 9 p.m. The blue is rain. The white is snow. Some of you guys are getting a mixture. Now we're up to Thursday morning around 2 a.m. You can see as it moves on out, you guys over here in this area, clearing on out. Lighter snow where it's lighter, heavier snow where it's darker. And we will move it right on along here. We'll get up to around midnight tomorrow night. You can see how it's going up into Maine before it moves off the coast, and we'll go just as far as we can go. This only goes for just a couple of days, and this is at 7 a.m. Friday, but we'll get a bigger picture. Where you see the darker gray shaded areas outlining it, This is as far as the NAM model covers. Once again, as for prediction forecast, it's the forecaster prediction main model. So we're back to around 9 p.m. tonight. We'll move it on up. You can get to see the West Coast and all of the U.S. now. We will go ahead and hop to around 2 a.m. in the morning. We have some systems coming in on the West Coast, others moving up and out on the East Coast and up around the Great Lakes. This is 8 a.m. tomorrow, and we will go to 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Got some snow coming down in northern Ohio, as well as other states right in here, and heavier snow coming into Washington State at this time. Okay, we're over here at Tropical Tidbits now, courtesy of them to put this information up on the GFS model. Okay, I like to use this because it makes it bigger. You can see bigger. Here is the low pressure nor'eastern. I think it's Quinn. I'm not quite sure. I think that's what it's named right now. But this is where it is as the 6 o'clock run goes through. We're going to move it. Remember, I told you there's going to be a number 3. We've had one last week. We've got this one now. Well, let's see if that one's still going to make up as I thought it would. I'm going to run it on through. Here we come. La-di-da. And there it is. Is it going to move up the New England coast? Yes, sir, it is. Looking just like it. This is like Tuesday. Now, the timing could be off a little bit. It might be maybe Wednesday or Thursday, maybe even Friday. All depends on how this high works, okay? What the speed goes. But there it goes. You can see more snow from Maine all the way down to New Jersey, Delmarva area, New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Vermont, you name it, New Hampshire, all you guys up here, Maine. More snow is on the way, as you can see. So it's looking like this system number 3 is going to make up into another nor'easter. If I see any changes, I'll be sure and let you know. But right now, I'm just trying to give you a heads up. For one of the graphical forecasts, I want to head over to around Columbus, Ohio. I hadn't been over to Columbus in a while. This is being brought to you at a station about 2 miles southwest of Columbus, okay? Well, you're looking pretty good. Tomorrow night, you might have a little isolated snow shower, but nothing to worry yourself about. Should be mostly cloudy. Looking like it's going to stay on the chilly side, though. By Saturday, you're going to warm up a little bit into the lower 40s. But I was checking out the temperatures all the way up until like the last week of March. And it's going to be a while. We got spoiled. Everybody got spoiled when we had the warm spell, especially in the mid-Atlantic and up in the Ohio Valley area and western Tennessee. And we were hitting those 60s and 70s. And oh man, we thought we had it made. They're not going to come back for a while. We're going to stay either average in the 50s or a little below, while the Central Plains may have a warm-up. But so far as us for the Mid-Atlantic all the way up north, it ain't going to get that warm again. So take it for that. That's what it's going to be. Okay, for tonight, mostly cloudy. Tomorrow's going to be another cloudy day. Columbus, your high tomorrow should be around 35. For my friends up in Vermont, this station's reading in northwest, about 4 miles from west-northwest of Brookville, Vermont. If you're in these areas of western Essex, eastern Essex, or Orleans, go right on. Washington, Addison, Franklin, you can see them all up there. Cities of Lake Placid, Port Henry, Newport, Island Pond, Johnson, Richford, Underhill, anywhere in these areas or up here, you are under a winter storm warning, and it's going to remain in effect until 7 p.m. tomorrow. 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. What to expect? Moderate to heavy snow expect. Total snow accumulations of around 5 to 8 inches with localized amounts up to 10 inches are expected. You know, I had one of my subscribers in Vermont write me and they said 18 inches. They're saying 18 inches. I wrote them back and said 5 to 10. And it looks like the National Weather Service has lowered it also. Where should it happen? Portions of central, northeast, and northwest Vermont and northern New York. When until 7 p.m. tomorrow, you are under this winter storm warning. Now, if you're not in northern New York, you're not going to get this, okay? And when you guys write me in the comments, if you want to know specifically stuff about your areas, please jot down where you are. I can't help you if you just say, well, I'm in Connecticut. Well, that's a big state. I don't know where you are. So just write me where you are and I can narrow it down for you. But this is for these areas of Vermont. Here's a quick rundown of what's going on for my friends in Maine, coming from the reporting center about 4 miles south-southeast of Loudville, Maine. Significant snowstorm is expected today into Thursday. It should start now. This coastal storm is developing in the south of New England this afternoon. It's going to move into the Gulf of Maine by tomorrow. Now, snow is expected to spread northward across the region through this evening. There is some potential for the snow to mix with rain at the coast as the heavier precipitation begins. Snow will become heavy this evening and overnight, with dangerous travel conditions expected, and the storm will weaken and drift west tomorrow. But snowfall may linger, especially in the mountain areas, until Friday. So there is high confidence that a large portion of the forecast area will see 10 or more inches of snowfall, with the highest totals approaching 20 inches. Whew! I hope that doesn't materialize for you guys. There's all the towns right there. The winter storm warning remains in effect from 7 p.m. this evening till 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Heavy snow is expected. Travel's going to be very difficult, impossible, including during the morning commute tomorrow, Thursday. Total snow accumulations 10 to 14 inches with localized amounts up to 16 are expected. So that's their lower end. Where portions of the northern New Hampshire and south central, southwest, and western Maine from 7 p.m. this evening till 4 p.m. tomorrow. Be prepared for significant reductions in visibility at times. Also, your power might go out. Keep all that in mind. Reporting station coming in 3 miles south-southwest of East Berlin, Connecticut. Here you go. Your winter storm warning is still in effect, but it's going to let up before the guys north of you. Yours is in effect until 4 a.m. tomorrow, where theirs go through 4 p.m. tomorrow. What to expect? Heavy snow, total snow accumulations anywhere from 5 to 9 inches. Snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour are expected into this evening. Where? Northern Middlesex and northern New London counties until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning. Plan on difficult travel conditions, including during the evening commute. Be prepared for significant reductions in visibility. So, please, my friends in this area, keep this in mind. Okay, guys, I told you about nor'easter number 3 days ago. I thought it was going to happen. Looks like it's going to. I hope it doesn't materialize, but it's looking like it is. I will keep my eyes on it, keep you informed. Everybody up north, you know what's going on, okay? Be prepared. That's all I got to say. And I'm going to end it up with the Skywatchers report for the cloud cover. Here we go for tonight around, well, let's get over here to the cloud cover. 7 p.m. Here we go. You got the routine where it's gray. You got clouds where it's not. It's clear. 10 p.m., 1 a.m., and 4 a.m. So let's try to see what we can get for the sky cover tomorrow morning. About 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. Going to be cloudy. Going to be cloudy in a lot of places from Washington State all the way over to Maine. Just the central part of the state and the mid-Atlantic and the southern parts of the states are going to be clear. So with that all said, I love you guys. Please subscribe. Click the J7409. Click the bell. If you like up-to-date weather forecasts and up-to-date weather alerts, I'm going to put them out for you just as soon as I know. You don't have to worry. Do this by clicking the bell. They'll go right to you. You'll have them just as soon as I get them out. I thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the comments. For those of you who send me things and give me donation tips, I appreciate that so much. And if you can't do that, I still love you and I thank you for just watching and sharing my videos. That's very important to get the word out so people are aware of what's going on around them to keep them safe. With all that said and done, much peace, love, and kindness to each of you. You have a good evening. Stay safe.